Oh boy. Oh boy. I think everything's okay now. Welcome. I'm going to say that all again. We're going behind the scenes. And I wanted to kind of show you today some of the studio stuff that I've been working on in terms of hiccups, planning, the best laid plans. We all know what happens to those. And so I'm going to kind of take you behind the scenes in my studio, what the plan was, what the plan is now, because it had to change. And so it's all very exciting and I can't wait to share. So as you have questions, then I will invite you to put Q in front of your question. That way it gets its way into my queue. If you have anything that you want to share, say, whatever, have at it today. Today's just totally casual and raw. Because I'm going to be walking around. I'm probably going to be tripping on things. But that being said, no, I am not in Nashville today. I am in my studio still. So I will be in Nashville next week. I'm super excited. Got some exciting things going on out there that I will fill you in while I'm out there. But yeah, so here's the deal. So say hi if you are watching and kind of where you are watching from. It's so funny because I actually sent out an email to my list saying, I'm going to be in Nashville. And I got a ton of responses from people who were like, not in Nashville, but hey, I'm in this city. Come to my city. I am looking forward to doing more as time allows, more meetups in different cities. I used to do that a lot and I stopped. And as I travel, like I want to make time to meet you guys. So anyway, I'll keep you updated as I go. Yes, this is the OBSBot Tail Air. So it is the AI camera, but it's also a PTZ because I need it to walk around. So it's tracking my motions. Oh, hello. Oh, I did something. Oh, crap. How do I get rid of that? Okay. This is the problem with AI is like you make gestures naturally and whoops, it's doing something. Okay. So my studio, as you know, it is a 10 by 12 room. And the intention was that I was going to build out 3 different video sets in this studio space. Yes, exactly. French press. And so I had built out this is my main set wall. Like you guys, I haven't used this because I've been waiting on my desk. I'll talk about that in a second. But this is kind of the main set wall, or that was the intention, because so I'm basically framed. My body and head is framed in this gap right here on this wall. But it's me. It's definitely full of personality for me because it's my outdoors, my love of greenery, and so the intention was that this would be the set background for this desk and this camera angle. And so this desk is what has been holding up this entire process of building this studio. I feel like I've been saying, I just moved for forever. And so this is the desk that is messy in here because I'm moving things around to try and like figure out what I'm doing in this space. But this is the desk that I was waiting on. And I got it custom made because the sit-stand desks are all open in the back, but I needed panels to hide cables and do proper cable management since that was going to be my primary desk setup. And this primary desk setup has 6 different monitors essentially in it. And so there was going to be a lot of cables. As you know, I like to push the limits so that you can see what's possible, but also help you do things simply, as I will show you. But this desk came and I had measured everything. I knew the dimensions of the desk. I knew exactly the placement that I was going to put the different desks in here. So I have 3. You'll see here. Let me show you. So I have this desk. I have this desk, which is the whiteboard desk. And also over here, follow me, Kim. Over here, I have this wall with this desk, which is my bold video bundle display. It's not exactly yet right now, but as you can see, this is like the demo station, if you will, of the course that I provide to create a very pro-looking video, but simply put together, effortlessly put together. So it's a very important course for my business and the impact that I want to have, because I want to make it really easy and simple for people to get up and running with professional looking video without having to know all of the things about video. What does ISO mean? What's bokeh? Like all of these different things. And so I streamlined that, and I needed a demo station for that so that you could see what is the difference between that and fully custom stuff. And I needed a demo station. So I had that plan to be on that wall, and then this here, and then the main set here. And as you know, this whiteboard desk, it goes to this view that you guys have fallen in love with, right? Hello, India, John in the house. So that was the plan. And I finally got the desk up, started to arrange things. And I realized that the dimensions were different. It was getting in, this particular video was now getting in, or this desk was now getting in this shot here. You can actually see it right here. So I started fiddling around with the different placement of things, and maybe I needed to just move, like what if I just needed to move this desk a little further over that way, but then the other shots were getting messed up because I had already built. No, don't do anything. What did I just make it do? It's flash. No, stop. So if you haven't used the AI cameras, they flash at you when they're recognizing hand gestures. And so that's what it was just doing, is like, this is why I don't like AI cameras, because you're right. It's very difficult when you are Italian because I am going to gesture. Anyway, here's mistake number one. It's not really a mistake, but in terms of you building your video studio out, it is actually, it is actually super beneficial for you to have the pieces in place before you really nail things down. Because, for example, I went to great lengths to plan for success. Meaning I measured out the tape. I got the measurements. I mapped on the floor everything and where everything was going. But then I kind of was waiting, and this desk was supposed to arrive in a month once I ordered it, and it took 3 months. And now I have to get them to fix some things, so it's going to take even longer. But this whole waiting process meant that I needed to get the stuff built. I needed this built, right? I needed a temporary video. Hey, hi, come on, over here. Okay, now it's recognized me. Now we're gonna follow. There we go. I had to get this built, and that hung, and that was a beast to hang, right? So I needed all of these different things to happen. And the process just kind of got wonker-jawed, right? And so then so because I didn't have the desk before I hung the stuff, I now have to come up with a different plan. Had I not hung the stuff on the background with very intentional, like I knew the camera was going to go exactly there because I had mapped it all out and it was framed for that. Now that's a no-go because this is in this that going that way is in this frame, and I can't get rid of it because of all of the dimension changes. So that's kind of a really valuable lesson for you, I think, to take away, right? I don't want you to wait for it to get perfect, to be perfect before you set everything. I, of course, have a much more complicated setup than 99% of the people out there trying to fit 3 studios in here. So what I've decided to do is switch the plan. I haven't even told Callie or my team this yet, but this background is now going to become the main set, and this is going to be the secondary set. I'm actually going to move this desk to where this whiteboard desk is. So this desk will get moved. And by the way, Justin James, got to give you a shout out, suggested that I put these sliders on the bottom of the desk so it moves on carpet. I didn't know these existed, but they are brilliant. Super sliders. Here. There you go. Super sliders. Like, they just go on underneath the legs, and it rolls on the carpet amazingly well. One fell off, except so sliders rule. Now I'm a big fan. I'm gonna put them on all the desks now, because as I've been trying to come up with a plan, I have been moving this thing around town everywhere, and it's super easy, but this is a pretty heavy desk. So, Callie, are you mad at me? Is that what the no way it was? So this is going to have to move here. And the reason being is that desk, so this desk, hold on, move this out of the way again. Move this desk is going to move here, and this whiteboard desk is out of here. I hate it, but there was a couple of other factors to it. So this is going to move here. Sorry, this is going to move here. This is going to move here. And there were a couple of other factors to it. So one of the things that I teach inside of our programs is that it is very important. Hello, I'm over here. Hi, come on over. Thank you. Yes, I talk to my AI webcam like it's a human being. Ooh, that went the wrong way. Oh well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the thing I teach to my students is think about the end result, right? So when you're thinking about the placement of things, when you're thinking about what you want to accomplish in a video studio, it's important to think about the end result. And I'm just going to show you. This is actually an exercise I had my students go through as well. So on my notes here. Oh, it's so messy. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a cleaner version of this. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna hold this up actually over here. Hold on, I didn't plan all this out. Okay, so when I think about the end result, I'm thinking, what is the outcome of what I'm trying to accomplish? Am I doing a webinar? Am I doing a live or a video on demand? Or am I doing a virtual event? All of these different things require similar gear and setup, but also slightly different. So for example, right, this, I mean, I'm not an artist, but you think about, like, what are the kind of software assets that I have? What am I going to need access to? I need access to chat. I need access to screen share, right? And then, kind of how am I going to lay that out? So when I discovered, I had done all of this work, but when I discovered this issue, I then started having to ask myself, like, how am I going to fix it? I had previously planned to put all of my monitors over here, but then as it really got down to business, I realized I had gotten the shades, the blackout shades, specifically on remote so that I could, what? What are you doing? Did it lose my connection? Okay, don't lift your hand up with an AI camera. The ObsBot Taylor is doing fantastic. It's just the fact that, like, I wish maybe you can, I haven't looked into it, but I wish I could change the gestures to something that I don't normally do. But anyway, I realized that I had done the things on automatic. I had paid extra to get my shades on automatic so that I didn't have to walk around gear to open my shades and see the sun while I'm working, not recording. But then I also realized I forgot to think about opening the window itself. I don't want to be stuck in a room of like stuffiness. So I open these windows when I'm not recording or live or doing a coaching call or a consult. Like, I have these windows open. So that was really important. And I started realizing, wow, I'm never going to be able to open those doors as I started building it out. And then I also got to thinking about my virtual events coming up that I have planned for later in the year. If you guys want to know more, let me know. But I remember EYR, remember Expand Your Reach. You know, I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into that game. And I wanted a place for extra monitors, which I had a plan for here, but then I'm just never going to see the sun. I'm never going to see the outdoors. And I got to thinking, I really am not liking that. How are you liking the Pacific Northwest, John? I love it there. I mean, you know, like with the windows open and all of that, you're going to love it, especially the summer. So anyway, that's kind of the new plan. Basically over here, so this desk moves here, and thinking about virtual events, hi, I'm still over here. Okay. I'm actually going to be mounting this main camera. It's going to be mounted against the wall, 5 feet away from where I stand. That for me is really important to get the look and feel I want, but also so I can prompt properly. You can prompt with these Elgato, right? You can do that kind of stuff at your desk, that's what I teach on the Bold Videos bundle set. But here's the deal. You have to really fiddle with it to make the text, you know, so that you can't see your eyes reading. But where the at the desk mounted solution makes perfect sense is being able to look at your coaching people, or your Zoom meetings in the eye. So, it lost me again. Is that awkward as a viewer watching me try and get my tracking going? Let me know. So over here, the camera will be mounted, but also there will be a couple of bigger monitors or TVs here for virtual events. I'm not always doing virtual events, but I want the ability to do that without adding additional gear or it getting in my way when I'm not doing a virtual event. So I was really thinking through that, and that made this new configuration make much more sense. Put the camera and the virtual event stuff over there. And then that will be kind of this presentation, and then move this there. The behind the scenes view of this desk. Part of the reason I went custom is because I wanted it to look cool in the behind the scenes videos. And it's not going to get any play there. Like, it will from a top down perspective, but not a front facing perspective. And so I tested out the behind the scenes shot, and if it's here in the middle of the room, it's going to get much more play visually from the front and the back to see the coolness of the desk. which you guys always loved that in the behind the scenes of my old studio, right? So that's kind of where I am with the whole build out. It is not the custom desk from my old studio. I will tell you, there have been many times my old landlords took my desk. Not took it, like I gave it to them. But I had been trying to sell it and it wasn't selling. It was such a beautiful piece, but I didn't know where I was going to live. I didn't know what kind of place I would be in. I had no idea. And so I had to let it go. And there have been many, many times as I've been building this out that I was like, I just want to go back and get it. I want to go back to Portland. I want to get my custom desk back and drive it down here, load it on a U-Haul, and keep it. But it is also much bigger than the space really allows for. So it's probably best that I haven't done that. But I loved that thing so much. But anyway, my point being, I wanted it to have some play, some visual effect in the studio as I do behind the scenes stuff, because I'm going to do a ton of behind the scenes stuff. And oh, I didn't point this out. Basically, this is now going to double, like, so, sorry, that one, that one is going to double as it comes here. It's going to be the bold video setup as a demo, but I will also have another computer on that desk and camera on that desk so that it is the test station. That was what I was trying to accomplish, like a main set that I could do all the things, a test station so that I don't have to unplug and plug from the main set, and then my bold video bundle demo setup. So now the demo and the review station are going to come together. But yeah, countdown to desk road trip in 3, 2, 1. So what do you guys think? Do you have any other ideas for me? Again, Justin James with that suggestion for the sliders was brilliant. Really appreciated that. Wait, what if the desk took a pit stop in Beaverton? I don't know what they're doing with it. I haven't touched base. I'm taking this desk instead of keeping your security deposit for all the damage you did. No. You like it? Okay, awesome. So that's kind of where I am with it all. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. How is the audio? So I had a bunch of calls this morning and Abby had diarrhea. So I was supposed to wear this mic. I totally forgot. I'm just using the Elgato. I'm sure that's not good audio as I'm moving around. I apologize. So speaking of, let me kind of come to this one. Hold on. Because I've been playing with camera angles and everything, this is too tall for what I was doing before, but anyway. This new mic came in Hollyland. So Hollyland makes these mics that have been all the rage. They're little circles that just go on that just kind of magnet clip right here. So you're not doing this wired lapel thing. Everybody's been loving those. And and they just came out with these. This is the Lark 2, the Lark MS2. And it's really cool because it's much more lightweight. I need a manicure for this. But this is the mic side. You can see that? That's the mic side. And so this side goes inside like this. So it's more lightweight and it's less visible, which I am gonna love. So this, as a wireless mic, can look, depending on the, the shirt that you're wearing, it can be much less visible than those old ones that were like a circle. So that I wanted to test out, but I forgot to put it on. This morning has been this morning, and it's just been what it is. So yeah, so I'm kind of digging that UI, that physical being of this little mic, that tiny little mic on the front. So we shall see. I will keep you updated as I do actually put it on and try it. So this is a great question. Wireless mic. I thought wireless anything violated LSP rules. Yes, and there are occasions, like as I'm walking around a room, that it's just necessary. Yeah, well, I haven't even like connected it or anything. So I haven't done, I literally just walked in walked in the door yesterday or 2 days ago. So I haven't even connected it or anything. So that would just be me fumbling around getting it all connected and sorted. So I don't think that makes for good live, but yeah, so that's where we are. And I'm looking forward to actually building it. So I don't know, are you guys liking, which camera angle do you want? There is always an exception to every rule, Jason says. Yes, indeed. What questions, by the way, do you have around anything? Not just this video studio. But like I said at the beginning, I have been saying that I'm going to build it for way too long, waiting on that. But I did not want to build it knowing that there was an unknown. I knew the dimensions. I knew all of the things. And I also have enough experience over 19 years of building video studios that you can't accommodate for everything in the early stages. So I knew that I did not want to build out without that in place, that something was going to shift. I knew that something would shift. I didn't think that it would shift this much, but anyway, I'm glad that I waited because of that. And so now I get to start building, except I'm going to Nashville next week. Then I come home for a week. That's probably my best time to actually start building it. Because yeah, I'm gone next week, and then I have a whole week here, and then I'm going to NAB. By the way, who's going to NAB show? Anybody? Let me know if you are. I would love to meet you. And what was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to be speaking at NAB as well. And so I'll be sharing all of that as well. What is on the floor behind the Pavo tubes? What are we talking about? The power cables? What are you seeing that I'm not? Oh, this. Sorry. You live in a space for so long. This is the... Try not to... There we go. This is the paper backdrop. So this will also be going into this space. Now, I knew exactly where it was going to go. Now I don't. But I think in this new configuration, I'm going to put this down, okay? Oh, without hitting things, breaking things. So in this new configuration, I think it's going to get mounted on this. So here's my plan with that backdrop. With that backdrop, I have 2 Varipoles with, hold please. Oh, without breaking the studio. Okay, so. This is something that I've done in video or studio build outs that we've done. So I'm going to put 2 Varipoles on either side. I think that the angle from testing, putting the camera 5 feet back, should still accommodate for this, but I'll have to play with it. See these little hooks? So I've got a super clamp here with a hook for the pole that goes through the paper backdrop. So it'll be basically going like that, but it'll be kept up, but it'll be kept up enough that you won't see it in the main shot until I want it. And then I'll just drop it when I want to use it. So again, I'm kind of building this out, not only for my use, but for your use, for you, teaching you guys different background styles, different things that you can do in your space. So I'm going to be creating a lot of content around backgrounds. You guys have been asking for that so much. And a lot of content around your studio space, of course. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. That's why I'm complicating it in my space, so that I have all of the need or all of the capabilities to do everything I want and need from a video perspective as well. Okay, that's gonna go down there, all nice and clean. Okay. Ouch, what's ouch? Did I hit you guys? I can feel the paper cuts from here. That's funny. All right. That being said, I pooped. I feel like I shouldn't use that word with Abby's diarrhea. That was funny. All right. What questions do you guys have about anything else? What do you have going on in your world? What events are you going to be at? The wall behind you is floating. Ah. Okay. This one, you mean? This one? It does look like it's floating. Good catch. So Noel, the wall behind me is, I actually did a video about how I mounted this. So you can see that on my YouTube channel. It's actually the latest video that I uploaded. But this is actually, these are plastic panels mounted to plywood, and then the plywood is mounted to the wall. So that's what's going on there. And as you can see, there are some weird leftover boxes. Like there's a phone, there's a old style phone jack, there's an Ethernet, and I don't even know what that other box is. But because I wanted it flush against the wall, I couldn't hang it below that. So that's why it comes up. But the camera didn't need it anyway. So it doesn't go fully to the ceiling. But again, didn't need that either. So because it's moving. Wait, what? The camera is moving, not the background, if that makes sense. French Press says we need a petition going for Luria to create a green screen show called Luria's Clues, where she walks us through tech and streaming tips. How about I don't? The moving wall definitely beats the green screen brick wall. Does it look like it's moving? I'm so confused by this statement. Is it just because I'm moving and the camera's moving? But that's what that wall looks like. And then again, this wall is going to be basically seen by that. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is, what are you doing now? Did it stop tracking? It did. Thank you. I think everything's moving, man. That might be on your end. But on this wall, I think because I really wanted to use this as the main set. But here's the cool thing about this configuration, the new configuration, is that I can swap back and forth. And so when I say, here's what's interesting. When I say main set, I mean it has all the monitors, it can do all the capabilities, it has all of the things. When I say the secondary set or the test station, basically, oh, I thought of something else too. Basically what I mean is it's a simpler setup. And so I have the ability to do my main videos from there too, right? Or I can do them from this. So I have the ability to just swap in and out. But when I think about my main set, it has all of the bells and whistles, essentially. It has the behind the scenes shot, but I'll probably do behind the scenes shots on each angle anyway. But here's what I also realized with getting rid of this desk over here, right? By not having 3 desks, what I can do is I can actually move this desk further over. And then what I can do is put a camera over here and point that way, because this actually, this desk over here is going to be the test station and the bold video bundle demo, essentially. But what I'll be able to do is put a camera like kind of over here pointing at me, and then it'll still get this look and feel for the test station, I think. I didn't test that one out yet, or that theory out yet, but it should. So that's exciting, that I'll have the ability to really kind of get what I want when I want it, essentially, in terms of like the output that you guys are seeing. Behind the scenes shots. One Sony camera plus Android phone live streaming. Is it possible? How? Which app? Yeah, absolutely. So if you want the Android phone to be the secondary camera or demo cam, you can absolutely do that by using an app called Camo, C-A-M-O, and that can bring your phone in. Wait, Camo does Android. I'm 99% sure Camo does Android. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Those are the new capabilities, the new configuration, and I hope that it really works out well. But I will start building it tonight. But I got to create content around the building out too as well. But I think that it's probably going to be the week that I'm home alone for a week. In between Nashville and NAB. So it'll be the perfect time to just like hunker down and just get the studio built out, because I also have presentations, I have speeches, I have all of these things going on. So I have to keep some semblance of a video set ready to go at all times, which is a little frustrating during this build out process. JJ, love the tracking. Is it a tripod? So it is not a tripod. It is the, why do I want to say it's a DJI? It's not. It's the OBSBot tail air. So it does the auto tracking so that you can see me fall on my face. But it is just, it's plugged into, or it's mounted on a Manfrotto arm right now. Yeah, as many times as it's lost track of me, it did not lose track of me on that one. That was funny. All right, I'm gonna come here, and if you guys want to go behind the scenes again, you just let me know. But we have other questions coming in. Just got a new modifier for one of my Amaran lights. It came a little round deflector thingy that gets Velcroed into the softbox. One side is silver, one is gold. Do you use those? So those are going to be used intentionally for kind of getting the color that you want. So if you want to kind of, have you ever seen a photo shoot where they're like displaying, like they had, like the camera doesn't see it, but they've got this, this gold or silver thing pointing at the model or the actress. If you've ever seen that, that's essentially what is happening with what you got, because it is giving you the ability to kind of reflect light that is kind of the tone that you want. So what I would suggest is I use the, hold on, I'll be right back. Be right back. I had one lying around, so not a gold or silver one, but so I definitely use these things. that you're talking about, right? So this is going to get Velcroed or snapped into the kind of dome light. But if you want, what I would suggest doing is start recording on your camera. Do only the white one, and then get in front of the camera, look at how that looks, hit pause on the recording, go swap it out to the gold one, then come back, hit record with you just in front of the camera so you can see the difference, and then pause the recording, swap it out to the silver, and then come back into the camera, record again, and then end the recording. Go watch that replay and you'll be able to see what the difference is. Sorry, Callie. You'll be able to see what the difference is between the different reflections or color outputs. So that's the best way you can see if you want one of those, because it'll depend on your skin tone, the amount of lighting, the things that you're wanting to do in your background. All of that kind of matters in terms of that decision. Does that make sense? I'm gonna wind up making a movie. Ah! All right. Bonus with Android. Oh yeah. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you for Kathleen for that. Okay. She told you she was tripping. That's funny. Well, that's one thing they can put in their marketing. It always tries to make sure it gets the right shot at the right time. That's funny. Hello, hello. What are you having for breakfast? Hopefully it's eggs. Oh, did you not like this background? You just joined us, but you missed the behind the scenes shots as well. But yeah. So you can see the behind the scenes or not. Seriously? Hi. Oh, it went to sleep? Did it go to sleep? No. Why isn't? Oh, I'm an idiot. Just hold on. Sorry. That was just me being an idiot. I have a certain button on my Stream Deck to swap cameras, but it wouldn't do it in that particular frame that I was on. But anyway, the background grows on you and then it moves at you. It's whispering. So you guys like this background so much more than I thought you would. You're going to see more of it now. So that's the good news. But I also really, really, really still love this background as well. So I can't wait to get this actually set up with this moss wall behind me and little Lion King over there and some books. And who knows, I may like swap out book recommendations in the background and you'll have to look for them and figure out what book I'm recommending that week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Did you watch the last VOD? Or did you not mean yellow? Wait, what? Hold on. I want to see. Oh, yeah. Did you not watch our latest video, Callie? Okay. Well, I'll do that. I will do that. Oh, here. Let me do yellow for you. Ba-doop, ba-doop. There's yellow on that side. So it's just not as strong, but I have done, I've done a yellow, I've done a pink, I've done a red, well, not red, but that's what that looks like. Which colors do you guys like? There's the blue, there's the kind of, this is like a greenish yellow. Hold on, there's green. I've done green before. This is yellow. Oops, that's more, it's showing more orange. That's green, then we've got like a yellow, and then we've got like an orange. Vote now or forever hold your peace, and then red to get that very dramatic. I feel ominous when using red. What do you guys think? Yeah, and I will intentionally change the colors depending on kind of like I did before with the colored background, right? The paper backdrop. I would always change the colors there. Blue and pink works best. And it also depends on what color I'm wearing. So I've had to change it based on the color shirt I'm wearing at the time as well. Yeah, it does kind of look more greenish, but there's a yellowish version. I know, right? It's amazing what lighting can do. So blue and pink works best. All the colors look cool. I saw the hello. That's cool if the yellow were stronger. You saw the what? But yeah, so there we go. There we go there. Is that from Notting Hill? There we go there? Or is that just a British saying? I watched Notting Hill recently, so it's probably in my head. Should put the colors to change randomly. I could actually. There is a strobe effect. Hold on. Oh boy. Never mind. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because it's a pain in the ass to switch back. So I'm not going to do it. But there's a strobe effect. There's a like a slow changing effect as well. I just don't know how distracting. Like it feels distracting if you know what I mean. Lighting is so much cheaper and easier to paint than paint to change for sure. All right. Oh, am I missing questions? So the plywood screwed into the wall. No. And I did this in order to be able to show you, but it's actually harder than I thought to hang it back. So I'm not going to take the panels off the wall right now. But on a video someday I will. So the panels these panels are liquid nailed to plywood. The plywood, there are 3 pieces of plywood back there. The plywood is then mounted to the wall on hooks. So there's only a screw that goes into the wall. And then he put a hook on the back in order to then hook it onto the wall. That's how it's mounted. So technically I can actually pull here. So you can see they're like, oh, they can come off of the wall technically because it's just hooked up there, if that makes sense. Yeah. No, girl, I moved and everything changed. So I will get it set up. Yeah, these can do if this then that. These can do, like these Pavo tubes can do a lot. But yes, I can connect it to my phone myself. Thank you very much, India. But I'm just teasing you. I have had it connected before, but everything shifted. I think these are these are different lights than I was actually using in the old studio because I have like 5 of them. And I didn't mark which ones were already like set up and stuff. But yeah. Wait, what? I'm just reading out. Callie, watch out. Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm just seeing if I missed any questions. Perfect. We do host a tech hour in the membership every Thursday. Yes. Yes. This is something that we just added to our Lunch Booster experience, which is a tech hour. So I do the primary training, whether that's tech or strategy or really creating an experience out of your content and merging your personality with the tech so that you have the right connection moments. I do all of the main training on all of that inside of our membership, but we just added a tech hour every week where India, who supports our one-on-one clients, some of them, we have a few people who on the team who do that, but so India comes in and does like deeper troubleshooting or support around around any tech issues that people are facing inside of that program. So that's been going super, super well. People are finding that super helpful. So yeah. I didn't say it, you did, but no, it's just that. We're all just joking. Mystery color changer. Yes. Okay. Sean, do I like Elgato? I know everything's messed up right now in terms of like placement and graphics and all of that. But do I like Elgato equipment? I love Elgato equipment. Is it the right thing for the right job? That is the question that I'm going to ask. So I actually train on, like, in terms of the face cam, is it going to be the best webcam that you can get or the easiest to use? Not necessarily, but when I'm talking gear, I just talked about this on a presentation recently in a tech panel that I was on. When I'm talking gear, I'm going to ask you, what is your outcome? What is the goal that you are focused on? What are you trying to accomplish? And then we make the right choice for that, right? So I like Elgato equipment. I teach it inside of my programs, inside of my Bold Video Bundle setup course. Like, I actually use Elgato, some of Elgato gear, some Sony gear, some other things. And in terms of like teaching teleprompters, I love the Elgato prompter. I don't love certain things about each of their products, but that's the case for any piece of gear. So when you ask me a question like that, I'm going to give you a little bit of a nuanced answer. But that being said, generally speaking, yes, I think their products are great. But you got to make sure that you're using the right gear for the right solution or for the right purpose, if you will. Oh no! Really? That sucks. I did not know that. Yeah. I mean, if it's working for you, then great, right? I'm never going to tell you to change something that is working for you. There's no reason for you to buy new gear if what you have is giving you the results that you want and it's easy to use. But if you are looking, if it's not accomplishing something for your purposes, then that's where, it's time to look at other options. So yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Sean. So we have, we have graphics on our graphics store. The overlays like this, you can use, you're not going to get this overlay, but overlays, animations, all sorts of fun stuff on our store. You can grab those, livestreamingpros.com/store for sure. The way that I'm sitting, the background almost looks like a gradient. Oh, interesting. You're right. It does. That's funny. Okay. You guys, I appreciate you. I hope that this has been helpful. I mean, it's just raw behind the scenes kind of discussion about what I've been kind of dealing with, what the output is or the new plan is for this studio. And I can't wait to really start getting it built all out and snapped up so that I'm not building for a year. I don't want to be doing that. So I can't wait. And I'm looking forward to it. So you guys put your dancing shoes on. Hold on, one question. But put those dancing shoes on while I answer Chad. What light would you recommend for a setup that is against a wall in a corner? I'd like soft lighting. Yeah, so here's the deal. I don't know if it has me anymore. Oh, again, me being an idiot. There we go. Okay. So, if you follow, if it's still tracking me. Okay. So these lights over here, you can kind of see that light right there and this light right here. Those are the Elgato key lights. they're really good for limited space. So if you have limited space, like your lights are up against a wall, then that is a fantastic solution. If you want it to be softer, one thing that you could do is add like piece of parchment paper or wax paper over the light. They even make some grids that you can get. Elgato doesn't make the grids, but to make it a softer, like kind of add a soft box, if you will. But you could get the newer ones, that, or any other that fits the dimension of the light that you're getting, that can go over the Elgato key lights and then create a more softer effect as well. So, yeah. Okay, Paul just joined. Hi, Paul. It's good to see you. Okay, you guys put your dancing shoes on. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being patient with me while I wait for this freaking desk to get in here so I can finally start building my studio. I won't be able to very much until I get back from Nashville. But if you are in Nashville, I'm still considering, I'm working on my schedule today because I've got a lot going on out there and I need to verify whether I have time for a meetup, but I am thinking about doing a meetup. So I would love to see you while I'm out there if I can make that work. Pay attention on social, on my email list. I will update you if I am able to make that work. All right, have a wonderful day. Don't go anywhere because we've got to thank our YouTube members and put on our dancing shoes and dance this baby out. Bye.